Adam Taxon of Conservative Sports with Lance Bailey, former quarterback, former coach at the high school level, quarterback at the high school and college level. The question I have to ask isn't so much a football strategy thing, but what do? You know, you got to feel for Blair Walsh, who scored all his team points and is one of the best kickers in the game. What do you say? I mean, what's your analysis as an actual player who's been in the locker rooms? What happens in a situation like that?
There's really not much you can say. I mean, it's cut and dry. He missed it. You know, you can use the excuse that the laces were facing him, which obviously it was on three successful field goals before that. But he just pulled it. He missed it. There's not really much you can say, and I'm sure him being a professional will want to stand up in the locker room and take the blame for missing it, and not put any blame on the holder for not spinning the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they said, the TV analysis said the punter, the holder, was looking at him, and that made the difference. But wait, were the laces supposed to be facing him? How did he do it?
When the holder catches the ball, he's supposed to have a feel of the ball, and the laces are supposed to be spun. As you're catching it and putting the ball down, you're supposed to spin the ball so the laces are facing out towards the upright.
That's every kicker wants it that way, I assume, right?
Yeah, every kicker wants it. No, I don't know any kicker out there that wants it the other way.
And the holder did that all 4 times?
On the last 3, yes.
And he made them.
He made the previous 2.
Wow. Yeah, so the holder's really at fault there. It's like
yeah, you can blame the holder, but you know what though? At 27 yards, kicking the laces really shouldn't matter. He already made one from 40-some yards by kicking the laces. It just makes it very difficult. You don't get a solid foot on the ball when you're kicking the laces.
And this Blair Walsh does not have the reputation of Vontez, what's his name, Burfict, Burfict, and Pacman Jones. It's a little bit of a different situation. How would you compare the Cincinnati locker room right now with yesterday with the Minnesota locker room? Obviously, a kicker isn't in the heart of it every play, but on the other hand, he's not known as a bad guy who you were playing with fire with. Any advice? Any insights into that?
Well, I would say there's 2 completely different locker rooms. You know, you got one locker room that's completely out of control, obviously, and it doesn't seem like the coach has any control over it. And you have another locker room here where he just flat out missed it. And I don't think there was wasn't any penalties, there wasn't anything vicious done, or not. I wouldn't say stupid, because they were stupid penalties last night. There wasn't anything done in this Minnesota game that was stupid in the fact that it caused them to lose the game. Just the fact it was a physical mistake.
Yeah.
He missed the field goal. In Cincinnati, there were more mental mistakes and more selfish mistakes that made them lose that football game last night.
And of course, you could have a situation in which there is clearly a star of the team, talking about Adrian Peterson, who probably can go over there, give him a hug, and that sets the tone for the whole clubhouse, I would imagine. I don't know if that's actually happening.
Absolutely. I mean, Adrian Peterson even had a fumble today that was critical. So, I mean, it wasn't just that one play. There's other plays to go around the course of the football game.
Yeah. You have a team. Ironically, Minnesota's coach came over from Cincinnati, even though he has a long career with many teams before that. In Cincinnati, you couldn't have that situation because this is the star of the defense, even though he's a nut, and also probably one of the oldest guys on the team, and Pacman Jones, who it's kind of remarkable he had the meltdown because he's over 30 years old.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's a completely different situation. You got some hotheads and selfish players in Cincinnati, and let's not forget Pacman